Hey guys, Alex Smades here, the real estate dude, and today I wanted to give you guys a little bit of context of something that's been on my mind about multiple offers and how cash is not king anymore. That's right, coin that. Cash is not king anymore. This is what I mean. If you have a bank offer for $100,000 and you have a cash offer for $100,000, just because you have a cash offer does not mean that cash offer is going to win. To give you guys a little bit of context around this, over the past year I've been in a few multiple offer situations, and I have won multiple offers, meaning my deal was the one that was accepted with a cash offer. I also have beaten cash offers with a bank finance deal. And the reason why, like I said, is because cash is not king. There's other things that matter in the variable. Now, I think you have more leverage with cash, but you look into the seller's eyes, or you look through the seller's eyes, you look into those seller's eyes and you tell them, I got this cash, baby. No, I'm just kidding. You look through the seller's eyes, and if I give you a $100,000 offer, cash, your bottom line looks like $100,000. Now, if I give you a $100,000 bank loan offer, your bottom line looks like $100,000. No difference. That's why cash is not king. Now, here's where you have the leverage, though, and here's where you can have a little bit more pull. You are way more flexible with the time frame. When you have cash, you are the deciding factor because you're the man with the money. When you have a bank offer, there's steps you have to go through and hoops you have to jump through, right? You have an appraisal you have to get done. There's the whole loan process and underwriting and approval and balancing you have to get done. So, a real good lender is looking, I've seen them done in 21 days. You're pushing hard for a bank to get done in 21 days, though, and nothing goes wrong. You're really looking at 30 to 45 days with a bank loan. Cash, if you push real hard, you can get it done in 2 weeks. You can get a house sold in 2 weeks with a cash offer. And why that's so valuable, you think about a military member PCSing that doesn't want to pay another mortgage payment. There's some people that need to get it gone quick, or they get put in a certain situation, and as with a cash offer, you can offer less money. That convenience might be enough to let them say, hey, we'll take less to make sure that we can get this done quick. So that's the first piece of leverage you have. The second piece of leverage you have is with the appraisal. And I think appraisers do a very important job. They kind of manage the market to make sure banks aren't overpaying or underpaying. Really, that's what they do, though. The appraiser does not work for the buyer, doesn't work for the seller, doesn't work for either one of the realtors. The appraiser works for the bank. The appraiser makes sure the bank doesn't overinvest in a property. For example, we'll stay in the $100,000 range. I brought you an offer for your house on $100,000. An appraiser goes out there and says, no, this thing's only worth $90,000. He sends that to the bank, and the bank says, we're not paying more than $90,000. We're not overpaying for this property. I don't care that it's the perfect property with the perfect amount of bedrooms and the perfect location and a beautiful deck to raise your family and stuff like that. At the end of the day, the bank likes numbers, and they're not going to overinvest. And that's the appraiser's job, is to make sure that bank doesn't overinvest. With cash, you don't need that. You're the deciding factor. You get to decide whether you're overpaying or not. And you can get an appraiser if you want, just if you're not confident with the price or you just want to check that box or make sure, double check everything. You do not have to do that, though. And that helps you, one, it makes it easier for the seller, and two, normally appraisers are booked out a few weeks. So that cuts down your time frame as well. And the final point that you have leverage with a cash offer is repairs. A bank's going to want to see well and septic reports. A bank's going to want to see any as-built, heating inspections. If they catch wind of a home inspection, they want to see that. And then the appraiser might call some certain repairs that need to be done. You get to be the deciding factor when you're cash, or when you have a cash offer. For example, and the best one I can think of, because I was thinking about this on the way or on my drive, mold. That is a scary M word that a lot of people run away from. What if you work for a restoration company, though? Mold absolutely degrades the price of a property. Absolutely degrades it. But you know it's not that expensive to fix. The price of the property went down $20,000 because it has mold in it. You work for a restoration company and you say, hey, That's going to cost me $5,000 to repair, fix, remediate, get rid of all the mold, call it good, make it a perfectly livable house. With a bank loan, sorry, bro. Unless you go through some kind of Alaska housing rehab loan or something like that, there ain't no way you're getting a bank loan on it. Cash, you pay cash, you get to say yes to the mold, and you get to deal with the problem. So, 3 points of extra leverage. 1, very flexible with the time frame. 2, no appraiser, you get to decide what the market price is. And 3, any repairs that need to be done, you're the judge and jury. The bank doesn't have a choice. There's not a third party that has a choice. You get to decide because you're the man, because you're with the cash. So in reality, I do say, you look right into that seller's eyes and you say, I got this cash for you, bud. Just know, you got to give him more than cash. Nah, I mean. So I hope that gave you a little bit of value. I hope if you work with a different realtor or you go through this situation, that gives you a little bit of context of what you got to do to win a multiple offer situation with cash or without cash. I'm the real estate dude. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to hit you with a see ya. Have a good Monday.